Asia Dream Racing with Astimo. Man of the moment, Lachlan Epis, Evolution Sports Group on the BMW. Let's see if he can produce what will be an incredible performance to add to his third place yesterday. Zach Bondani on the Asia Dream Racing with the stable, been wanting to rescue something from a wretched weekend, and Sho Nishimura, the TKKR BMW Racing, on his own up there, no teammate, but he doesn't need a teammate, Nishimura.
Yeah, row 4 is populated by Osama Murray for Victor Racing Team, Eric Saputra, very welcome, wild card here, and Teo Yu Joe for Savitar Team Asia, based in Malaysia.
13 laps of the circuit. Expect towards the tail end that a couple of the three on the bottom row may well be lapped. How good the men at the front are. Three at the back are all very, very good on the domestic competitions. Once you go into the international stage, you really do step up to a phenomenal level. And the likes of Yuki Cooley, Andi has been on the international stage. Hafiz, of course, we know his abilities. Kazma is going to burst into a wonderful, wonderful racer. Zakwan has won championships. Sho Nishimura, experience galore. Minamoto has won titles. The high quality field.
Yeah, hard choice of Yuki Cooney at the front could pay off later in the race. Let's see. We're about to find out.
Final race of the weekend, race 8 of the season. SDG Heartbroke Smile. He gives us the all systems are go. We are underway, and it's a good start from Yuki Cooney. The man in the middle just sprints past Sachiro Minamoto. It's not awful for Minamoto. Lachlan Epis has made a storming start as well. Lachlan has got into P3. He said he was after a big start, and the BMW has got exactly that, Barry Russell.
That was phenomenal. Exactly. He said that's what he wanted. Yuki Cooney executed a good start again from the front, from the middle of the front row. Let's pick out the rest.
So Yuki Cooney leads. Where was Hafiz Sharin? Did he get through into P2? Or was that Minamoto in P2?
Yeah, Minamoto is in P2.
Hafiz is down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Hafiz. Epis loses a place as they take this right-hander. And then will gain it back. Cooney has got away, as has Minamoto. It's Japan 1-2. Epis. How about Kazma Daniel? He was 5th on the grid. There was Kazma just coming in, so Kazma's got himself ahead of Hafiz Sharin.
Oh, this is a good battle between the two young Japanese riders at the front as they go through turn 16 now.
Well, this is a fascinating first lap. A long way to go, of course. Yuki Cooney went out very, very strong yesterday. Very interesting that Lachlan Epis on a couple of occasions been overtaken for P3, but won it back on each side. But Cooney from Minamoto, from Epis, Andi Farid, Chip Nackering, Kazma Daniel, Hafiz Sharin, Zakwan in 8, Nishimura 9, Osama Murray 10, Eric Saputra and Teo Yu Joe 11 and 12.
The question is, will these two get away? Will they hold each other up? Will Lachlan, Andi and Macarin hold each other up? That is Kazma just behind.
He was quick this morning, wasn't he?
He
Kazma?
was, yeah.
He was looking good.
He was quick. It'd be good to see second group not slip too far behind.
Well, Minamoto having got ahead of Yuki Cooney. Looking very, very good. 23. Championship leader Andi Farid slips on the inside of Lachlan Epis. Can't seem to hold on to that P3 for very long. And look at that, Kazma Daniel has made a great move. He tries to go around the outside and now has the inside line, and Kazma Daniel indeed moves into P4. F is going backwards, but this is the Kazma we have been expecting all season.
Yeah, I hope, it's very early days, I hope we get it, but this is impressive from Soichiro Minamoto. No podiums yet. Andy Frid knew that he had to get past Lachlan and get to the front of that group so he can give chase to Kuni and Soichiro Minamoto ahead of him. Let's see what he can do. Let's check the gap lap by lap. Has been really pushing Andy Frid at this point.
Minamoto having had that accident, so he did qualification. Then he had problems at the end of qualification. It caused him a little bit of hassle yesterday, but he recovered for P4, which was a remarkable result in its own right. And now he's got a second lead over Yuki Kuni, and a near 2-second, beyond 2-second lead over Andy Farid. Andy Farid loses a little bit of grip, but he's able to hold on. Kazma Daniel. This is the Kazma we know.
See what he can do. He's running really for the first time this season with Andy Frid, his star, the championship leader. He's looking good. This is a circuit where Yamaha would not be disadvantaged. His way through. Not done yet.
So often the switchback happens on that if you get the wrong line. Epis is under pressure from Chip Nakarin. Zakwan has got ahead of Hafiz Sharin Abdullah. So it's Hafiz playing the long waiting game and trying to hold on to those tyres, because he said he had tyre problems in the latter stages, having gone out very, very quick yesterday with Hafiz Sharin. Kazma's gone out very, very quick today.
Yeah, and he's gaining ground on Yuki Kuni. Andy Frid sensibly, he's a great tactician. Stick behind him for now. Rafa Nipis right on the pace as well.
This is great stuff already. Early stages, but they come through the start-finish line. The lead is 0.6 of a second for Minamoto over Yuki Kuni. Kazma Daniel is 0.9 down on Kuni. Andy Farid right on the tail of Kazma Daniel. Lachlan Epis has not been dropped. Neither has Chip Nakarin. Hafiz has got ahead of Zakwan Zaini. Straight line speed for Hafiz is there. Top speed 284.2 kilometers per hour at 29.3 second of 4.
Every session we've seen the top speed there, but it's not such an important metric for this flowing Mandalika circuit.
Great work from Minamoto. Remember, he stepped up to the Superbikes as the Supersport 600cc champion. As we speak, he is still in the lead, but Kazma Daniel is just bypassed by Andy Farid is the heart, who is somebody who we know plays the long game.
Yeah, he definitely does. Good interview. We were just looking there at Nakarin, that he needs to control himself. Good battle here between Andy and Kazma. Yuki Kuni, wonder if that hard tyre is going to pay off for him later in the race.
He's one of the few who made that gamble.
Harder wearing on the right side, on the inside, because most of the turns here, 12 out of 17, are right hand.
2 seconds separate, 1 from 9. Joe Nishimura is 9th, 1.99 seconds down. What's the lead? 2/10 for Yuki Kuni over Minamoto.
Group behind, led by Andy Frid is the heart. It's just closing that gap.
Hafiz Sharin has started to make a move. He was dropping down, but look at that, he's got himself into P6 ahead of Chip Nakarin and Ducati. This is high speed. This is excellent stuff as Hafiz looks on the inside. Bike 55 looks on the inside of Lachlan Epis. Lachlan locks it out.
Nicely done, Des. So yeah, that's a really good battle. A little tussle between those two in warm-up this morning. So I think this is going to be quite circumspect about his timing if he is going to get past the Australian.
Oh, he's got past him there. The Aussie went just a little bit wide. Lost control there, Lachlan Epis. It's a powerful beast, the BMW. The slightest mistake, you will lose a little bit of time. Hasma now under pressure from Hafiz Sharif. Remember, Hafiz was the championship leader coming into this weekend. He is now 10 points adrift of Andy Farid, number 23, who's in third. 82, Yuki Kuni leads. There's the championship live. That's how close it is. We've got 4 races to go. Let's not count him out. Let's not count Sojiro Minamoto out.
Yep, he's due a podium. Andy Farid is closing the gap and leading that group up.
It's Underbone.
He's got a fight on his hands. Hafiz is starting to make his move now.
Gosh, that's impressive from Hafiz.
Ngamuk niya Hafiz Sahri.
Fastest through sector 1, 26.9. That's 0.2 faster in a single sector.
Oh, dipilih konten.
Okay, let's go down to Daniel as Lachlan Epis makes another mistake. A couple of mistakes in the last couple of laps. We can talk to a disappointed Aslan Shah Kamrazaman. Just get an update. He's amongst the championship leaders. Yuki Kuni makes a mistake and goes into P3. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's have a quick word with Daniel as Yuki Kuni goes backwards. Hafiz Sharif back in P2. Sorry to interrupt you there, Daniel. Let's go down and let's see Aslan Shah's thoughts. Okay, right now, let's focus on the race. Lachlan Epis is back.
Yeah, there was Hafiz. Made his move to the front of that group, and he's made his move right up onto the back of the Yamaha of Soichiro Minamoto. It was a disappointing race, a disappointing P7, and Nakarin goes down. On that Honda Asia Dream Racing with Astimo.
Chip Nakarin, he's one of those in contention for the title. That could well have scuppered it. What does he do?
Oh, he just folds in front. Held onto the brake a little bit long. Wanted to rescue it. But couldn't be done now. It's Yamaha versus Ducati.
Andy Farid is the heart. He's in P3.
Let's go to Daniel. He's ready now.
Daniel with Aslan Shah Kamrazaman. So Aslan, unfortunately you're not in this race right now. We wish you were, but unfortunately you sustained an injury. So again, give us an update on the extent of your injury.
Yeah, I just have a sprained ankle, so not big problem. Just my bike is more destroyed than me.
Well, thank you, Aslan. We hope to see you in the next round for your home race. It's going to be exciting. Good luck.
Thank you.
Indeed, Aslan Shah Kamrazaman, he will be fit and ready for Sepang, and hopefully his bike will be fit and ready. TK Yergal Racing. But the racing is going on now. Soichiro Minamoto and Hafiz is chasing hard. Hafiz Sharin Abdullah. I think he was stung yesterday, Hafiz. He's a proud man, but he dropped down after a strong start and he lost the championship lead. And I think he's just trying for a little bit of retribution here, Barry Russell.
Yeah, and what we haven't seen is the reason why Yuki Kuni has dropped way down the order. 8-10 seconds back. So that's what happened there to Yuki Kuni, who looked so strong in the early stages as he did yesterday. But this battle at the front is getting really interesting.
Well, we were talking about 5 competing for the championship before the start of the race. Of those 5, Chip Nakarin has crashed out. Yuki Kuni has dropped down to P8. Aslan Shah Kamrazaman couldn't even start because of bike and injury problems. So 5 became potentially 2.
Yeah, whatever happened with Yuki probably affected some of the others because the field has strung out a little bit. that battle behind in a moment. Try and pick the bones out of that.
Di Cbank sekarang kamu bisa beli pulsa dan paket data dengan mudah.
Seconds behind Sho Nishimura in P8. Right then, let's go focus on what's going on in that battle for P3. Epis again has just lost a bit of time. Zakwan Zaidi. Well, Zakwan, he had a problem. Here is Yuki Kuni. That's a power problem. He doesn't look to be a full throttle there, nor he's trying to be. But he's not making any real headway, Yuki Kuni.
Let's see, his last lap time was 1:40.3.
3 or 4 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, and he's 10 seconds in arrears. It could be that he's still dropping back. We'll keep an eye on that. Can he catch up? Will he drop back? Disappointing for the 20-year-old Japanese SDG rider.
Minamoto, in the meantime, was on pole, had a 4th place yesterday, hasn't had a podium this season, but is looking to remedy that. He's looking to remedy it with a win for Hafiz Sharin, who's had 1 win, 2 seconds and a P3 in a successful debut season for Ducati and JDT Racing. He is really, really on his tail and looking good. And the championship leader, Andi Farid-Izdahar, is right behind them in P3.
Yeah, this is Andy for in time this stage of the race, Des. Now the gap from Soichiro to Andy was 2.3 seconds last time out. Keep an eye on that.
Zakwan Zaidi's got himself into P4 under pressure from Lachlan Epis in P5. Just behind them, you've got Sho Nishimura and Kazma Daniel, who's dropped off just a little bit after a barnstorming middle of the race.
Yeah, Sho Nishimura getting his eye in as well. Just taking a look at the back of the BMW, the only other BMW in this race, of Lachlan Epis.
Nishimura, BMW of Nishimura, TKKR Racing, trying to get on the back of the Evolution Sport BMW. Just look at this though, look at Minamoto, look how low he gets his shoulders. He's having to work really, really hard, and Hafiz, who looks really fit, despite his exertions at Suzuka last week.
Yeah, I think what's going on behind is that Andy is getting ahead of the riders behind him, but he's not lapping as quickly as the 2 in front of him. So I don't think it's Andy Gilang time as we know it. Let's see.
He's 2/10 slower than Minamoto and Hafiz Sharin. Minamoto has been leading for what are we? That's about 5 laps now. Soichiro Minamoto. He thought he got rid of the pesky Yuki Kuni, who is still going backwards. Clearly a mechanical problem. Now then, we've got the back markers. They need to be disciplined. They need to let Minamoto go through, and Hafiz, and they do. That's good discipline from the back markers. Chip Nakarin, latest lap time again was, well, half a second down on Minamoto and Hafiz.
Yeah, and the pace of the front 2 is better than that of anybody behind. So Andy not closing, in fact he's losing ground. So he's looking to consolidate that 3rd spot on the podium. These 2 are fighting it out for the top step. I'm impressed with Soichiro's performance here, Des.
Magnificent. Magnificent, because Hafiz has put real pressure on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Former MotoGP rider, very highly regarded, arguably the most successful rider ever to come out of Malaysia or indeed Southeast Asia.
Hafiz with JDT, very, very proudly looking to try to get win number 2 of the season, but Soichiro Minamoto is not making this easy at all. He's the Supersport 600 champion from last year. He stepped up to join the Superbikes, the big boys, and he is holding on, and he's keeping a 0.3 of a second lead. He's holding Hafiz Sharin at bay at the moment. Hafiz, bike 55.
Yeah, both running the same tyre compounds. matching each other's lap times within a couple of hundredths. So 2 laps left.
Indeed, on that last lap, Ujiro Minamoto was able to slightly increase his lead, but it's a negligible lead. Happy's hasn't really been in position to really attack for P1. Behind them, Andy Farad is 3 seconds down.
Yeah, Andy losing ground, but he's secure in that P3. Nishimura has got ahead of Lachlan Epis. Kazma, after looking, perhaps got a little bit overexcited earlier, Des, but he's settled back in P7. Yuki Kuni, who's clearly got problems with that bike, is 20 seconds now off the lead. So he's just riding for points.
As is Chip Nakarin, who's got up after that crash. He's got up, he's riding, and he's lapping relatively quickly, so he'll pick up points. I suspect he'll finish and pick up points to keep him in with the championship contention. Right then, 2 laps to go. Ujiro Minamoto, the lead is nearly half a second over Happy Sharin. Behind them, Andy Farad. Avoid any catastrophe. Make sure at least you pick up 16 points. And even if you do lose a few points on Hafiz, you're still in the championship lead with 4 races to go.
Yeah, the Malaysian probably making that calculation. A little wheelie over the line that time for Koichiro. The gap pretty constant between 0.3 and 0.4 of a second.
That's close
Hafiz has closed up. Let's see what they do through sector 1. Getting interesting here. Wow. Koichiro has kept a very cool head now. He's on the last lap. He's got such an accomplished rider, such an experienced rider on such a fast bike, the JDT Ducati behind him.
And again, back marker. Let's make sure you stay out of danger. Is it Eric Suputra? I think it is. So then, Minamoto as Hafiz. Is Hafiz happy with P2?
Not bad for the championship, is it? But yeah.
Oh, the back marker's got to be careful.
Yeah, there is Eric.
And he's really caused a problem for Hafiz Sharin. And that decides it. Hafiz shakes his head. Sojiro Minamoto. Oh, Hafiz has had his lap destroyed.
It's a shame for Sojiro as well because he was doing a really good job out front. Hafiz got no chance to take him, but this is the first podium of the season and the first win in ASB 1000 for Soichiro.
Soichiro Minamoto takes the victory ahead of Hafiz Sharin, who looks back unhappily. Behind him, Andy Farad is the heart. Hafiz is furious, Soichiro is delighted. Zakwan Zaid, he picks up a very hard-earned P4.
Orang Indonesia itu senang opak laptop.
Showing good form at last in 7.